Hi guys. I've had this idea in my head for quite some time now, and I've wanted to do this video. What I really want to do here is try and make a alcohol stove from an Altoids tin and an Altoid Smalls tin. A couple of the things we're going to need to do that is some fiberglass cloth, some actual pink fiberglass insulation that they put in the homes. I went out and I bought this strainer. It's going to make a nice little burner, I think. I think this cost me like $2 at the dollar store. And a piece of coat hanger. And then after I get this thing all built, I'd like to take it out and do a little burn test with it and see what it does. So let me go ahead and get things set up here, guys, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, guys. I went ahead and I equipped my Dremel tool here with a cut-off tool, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the top out of this because I want to make my burner out of this. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that out here now, and cut myself a hole for the burner here. Alright guys, now I've got a nice little hole cut in here. Go ahead and take this piece out of here. And I'm going to take a file here and I'm going to go ahead and smooth these edges up a little bit because we don't want these to be rough and get snagged on, but so far looking pretty good. Alright, that feels pretty good on the outside. See what I can do with this inside here a little bit. Alright, that feels pretty good. So that's going to be our burner, and I think what we're going to do is put this in here like so, and of course that'll be our little burner then, and it sits down below the cover so you can close this. And my idea is to keep this as compact as possible. So what I'm trying to do here is anything I make I'd like to be able to stow inside of here and carry around. So now we have our little burner here. At least we got it started. Then what we'll do is go ahead and finish our burner, and then we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and set up some other stuff here, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I went ahead and put on some nitrile gloves here because I do not like this household insulation. It's fiberglass, so it tends to break off and get in your fingers, and I really don't like that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take and stuff this with some fiberglass insulation here now. And this is sort of going to be my wicking material to wick up the alcohol. Okay, I've got that packed pretty good right now. Now what I'd like to do is just take a piece of this fiberglass cloth, and I'm going to cut this. Let's cut me a piece of it off here. And I'm sort of going to try to put that right on the top of that. I just thought it would make it look neat. Alright, I want to make this just about the same size as the opening, or the tin itself. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now I'll tuck that in there. Get rid of this excess. Okay, so far it's looking pretty decent here. Let's go ahead and get that. And the final thing that I wanted to do, is I'm going to ruin this this nice mesh. I'm going to ruin this nice mesh strainer I bought. And I'm going to go ahead and poke a hole in this baby and cut it out. And we're going to use that as the top to the burner to kind of hold everything together in there and maybe diffuse the flames a little bit. Now this I want to fit up in the lid fairly nice, so let's get us a nice straight edge to start with here. There we go. And we'll square this up here a little bit. And right about there. Okay. Now, in theory, I guess, at least I'm hoping, this should hold all this stuff together inside and make it look all nice and neat. Alright. Hey, that looks pretty nice. Almost looks professional, huh? Okay. There you can see that's the Altoid small, and it's kind of got the fiberglass matting right over the top of the and then I got this little piece of mesh in here to hold it. Alright, that pretty much takes care of the burner as far as my mind goes. Let's see what we can do with the rest of this thing now. So give me a couple minutes to get set up here, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I think I've pretty much worked out now how I want to make myself a little pot rack for here. And to do that, it's taken a little bit of trial and error, but what I finally worked up with was a neat little trick. They sell these little copper ferrules at an electronics store, and I think it says it's for 18 to 10 gauge wire. Anyway, you'll see what that's used for here in a second, but what I finally worked on, or what I finally worked out, was that it requires some pieces of hanger to be cut 4.5 inches. So we'll go ahead and get this marked here and cut them. I've gotten a fine point Sharpie here because it seems to do the best, most accurate mark. So there's 4.5. Okay, then after you've done that, you want to take and mark in. Since the Altoid tin is about 3/4 of an inch thick, you want to mark in here 1 inch, which gives you a little bit of breathing room underneath your pot. So we're going to come in 1 inch from each end to make the little legs for the pot rack. There's 1 inch. Then you want to bend these at, I'm going to put my pliers right on the end. I don't know what that works out to, but I'm going to put my pliers right on the mark, and then bend them 90 degrees from there, or as close as I can get it. 90 degrees. Okay, and then get them to lay flat. Just kind of twist them and tweak them until they lay pretty flat on the table. That's a bit beyond 90 degrees there now. You'll see why this 90 degrees is so important here in a minute. Okay. Let's do the same thing with this one. And we'll try to get these as close to 90 degrees as we can. Okay. Now, that's where this ferrule comes in. You take these two in the center. You want to slip this over these in the center. And pinch her down here. And that's going to spread that apart just a little bit. So then what I did, and what seemed to work really well, was I put that down there just about a 1/4 inch up from the bottom of this. Just about a 1/4 of an inch up on those center supports there. Then I took a flat tip screwdriver. We're going to put that in there and take the hammer and tap that, and it'll separate those guys and kind of crimp it at the same time. See how that's crimping that? Okay, and then you want to do that on both sides. You want to do that all the way down the side. Just tap it enough to tighten it up fairly good. Don't want to cut through it. Okay, and then that'll give you a nice little, you can see that, gives you a nice little crimp job on those. Then what that does is allows you to put your pot rack in here, and you just spring it out on the sides, and that gives you your little burner in here, and you've got your pot rack here to sit your pot on. Also, you'll have this to use as a kind of a wind screen if you need to. And I guess that's it, guys. Using it, you can take this out of here, close it up, and it lays right beside the right inside your burner for nice neat storage. And you can actually take and I'm going to look around and see if I can't find a small container for holding alcohol. Let's close this up, put a Ranger band on it. I actually have a Ranger band here. Close that up, put a Ranger band around it, and carry it just like that, stove. For the next video, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and put this little bad boy through a burn test and see how well it works. So, it's a pretty nifty little thing. I'll let you guys get a close-up view of the burner here that I made. Just made from an Altoids small. We cut the top out of it, put a piece of wire mesh in there, and then a piece of fiberglass mesh, and under that is just plain fiberglass. So my idea is we're going to be able to dump the alcohol in here, and as it evaporates and burns, I hope it'll wick up and burn. So I guess we'll see, and I'm not sure how much alcohol this will hold. I guess we'll find that out, and we'll learn all that together, guys. So there it is. Set her up again one more time. There we go. You just put your little burner in there, put your alcohol in, strike it, and set your pot right on top of there to cook what you want. I'm sure it won't do a very big pot, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a pot. If you're just out for a little day hike, you could throw your canteen cup on there and just heat yourself up enough water for some tea or something. So, alright guys, until the next one, we'll do a burn test on this thing and see how she works. Alright guys, till the next one. Thanks for watching.